Hi, my name is Ron Dorn. I'm a physical geography professor at Arizona State University, and the purpose of this presentation is to overview the three types of assignments that you can do in the general category called earning more points by getting ready for a great vacation, or conducting research for a future vacation and earn more points. I'll shift to screen sharing so I can review these three assignments and you can understand how we're going to be grading them. So in the Canvas modules, you will get access to the different assignments: tour of Hawaii, tour of Northern Arizona, and conducting research for a future vacation only after you have done all of the regular labs. In other words, you need to do the physical geography stage 0, A, and B. You don't have to do the synthesis essay. You have to do the lightning A, B, and C, not the synthesis essay. The microclimates of the Grand Canyon A, B, and C, not the synthesis essay. And why is the Grand Canyon so grand? Stage 0, A, and B. Before you can get access to these assignments. If for some reason you do have access to these assignments, that's a mistake. It's a problem with the Canvas programming, and we won't be grading your assignments until you have completed all the requirements beforehand. So the essence of what I want to do is introduce these three assignments and give you the feeling for how the grading is done. So the link on what these assignments are about explains in greater detail what I'm explaining here. The idea is that we want you to apply your understanding of physical geography. One way that you can do this is by taking a tour of Northern Arizona. And this page is available throughout the entire GPH 112 course about the tour of the island of Hawaii. The idea is that there are different locations around the Big Island that you can go in a loop that you might see if you were going on vacation. These are fantastic locations. And so the example of what you're going to do can be illustrated by when you fly into the Kona airport. So we're going to click on this link to bring yourself to Google Street Views. And it's called a links.asu.edu website. And that shoots you to the Google Street Views website of driving out of the Kona airport. And you're seeing the Hualalai volcano in the background, clouds. You can see the sea breeze picking up. And so an example of what you will do will be to interpret what you're seeing from what you learned in the lab. And you also have to go to the Hawaii game environment and show how it's much richer, how you can be able to interpret what you're seeing. In this case, a shield volcano shape that shows up in much greater detail and much more beautifully in the game environment when you pull the camera back. The idea here is that all these different sites around the Big Island of Hawaii that you can go to in Google Street Views illustrate different aspects of the physical geography of the Big Island, and you can pick any one of those examples, any one of the ideas that occur to you from what you learned in the lab. You can apply it. There's no right answers, but the way not to earn any points is to not follow the instructions, that you need to have image of the game environment to help interpret what you're seeing in the Google Street Views. A great way to do that is to take screenshots of the game environment and Google Street Views. So paragraph 1 is to explain the physical geography concept that you learn in the lab, and paragraph 2 is to interpret the game environment knowing what you learned about physical geography in the lab. So this is the Hawaii example. If we go back to modules, there's a very similar assignment for the tour of Northern Arizona. And for the tour of Northern Arizona, the prerequisites are the same. You have to complete all the stages of the labs before you can get access to it. And the idea is that you go to the Grand Canyon, typically via I-40 and Flagstaff, which is here, and visit different locations that you might visit when you actually tour. So you might go into Flagstaff, see Route 66, go by Sunset Crater, maybe go for a hike in the San Francisco Peaks area that you learned about in the Lightning Lab. Then you zip up to the Grand Canyon, either the North Rim or the South Rim, or maybe take a raft tour down the Grand Canyon. And all these are Google Street View sites that you can enrich yourself by interpreting in the game and showing what you learned in the course. The last possible assignment for enrichment is the idea that some people really want to nerd out before they go on vacation. So they might want to do additional research. And what I mean by research is there are rich resources that I've linked to this assignment. A National Park Service PDF file about telling time in the Grand Canyon. The training manual used by rangers of the National Park Service for the Grand Canyon. The biogeography and microclimatology of the Grand Canyon, and a great publication from 1932 with great graphics. There are similar great sources for Hawaii. So the idea of this assignment is that there may be places that you really want to visit. Well, go there in the game and do some additional research from these good sources and read the sources, learn about it, and show what you've learned. Have fun with these assignments. They're not to be done if you are just praying for additional points. They're to be done for you to show off what you've learned and that you're able to apply physical geography in life. Enjoy them, or at least I hope you do.